Hello and welcome. In this particular video, we're going to explain how to create AI influencer videos using AI, specifically Sora 2 and Google Gemini. So without further ado, if you're interested to learn about this formula that can get you to create a cool AI character that you can then monetize on Instagram. Of course, you can't monetize directly on Instagram, but after you build a following, then you could potentially start getting some things like brand deals and even find a way to monetize your Instagram content. Now, I'm not talking
You
about the
want
OnlyFans stuff and all that stuff. No, this is not what I'm talking about here. What I'm discussing is to create a legit brand. I have some examples to show you first and foremost.
Warm blush and
This
pat it
is an
right
AI
along.
generated
Take a
video.
fluffy brush,
Watch
swirl
it
it
play.
in a warm blush, and pat it right along the highest point of your cheekbone. Small circles always upward. This keeps the face lifted and soft. Sweep a bit across the bridge of the nose for that sun-kissed glow. Finally, a touch of highlighter on the tops of the cheeks, temples, and the tip of the nose. Take a fluffy
What I'm
brush.
going to show you is how to create a cool character and how to get Gemini to help you create consistent images that you can use for different videos and how to use Sora 2 to create those videos for you. So without further ado, let's get started. First thing is first, go to Google Gemini, click on create an image, and then I'm going to use a pro version. Next, I'm going to say generate a realistic uh, 9 by 16 image of a close-up image, close-up HD image of an Asian female, age 25, very beautiful and lean, uh, model model physique, and has like blue and green hair. Actually, let's try maybe red and green, long, soft hair, no makeup. Okay, no makeup. She's She is looking forward at the camera, and she has no a neutral facial expression. The background is a white wall or white background actually, white background. Lighting is cool and smooth. Okay, now in this case, Gemini is going to start generating the image. Now first, let me go to Canva just in case I need it. But I'm going to focus on having Gemini generate an image, and I'll show you how you can turn that image into like consistent or create multiple consistent images out of it. Now here, this is a pretty cool image, okay? But let me just go back and I'm going to try to edit this. I'm going to say her eyes should be a bit more attractive. Uh, she basically must look very attractive. Her hair is red and green. She looks like a Korean pop star. Okay, let's try and let's give this another try and see what that gives us. Now, once we get like the second image, then we can find ways basically how to make better videos and better images out of it. All right, so it's not going to be easy to make it consistent. Now, this is nonetheless, this one is actually pretty cool. Okay, all right, it's pretty cool, but I think I can do a little better. So here, I'm going to copy this prompt, paste it. When I go back over here, copy this, paste it as a follow up, and then I'm going to copy the entire thing and go to a new chat, pro, create an image, and I should be pasting this image right here, right? Just gonna let it work on that. All right, so it's thinking. This one is a little better. But where are the clothes? Okay, so she has a red shirt. It seems like we're kind of getting to it. Slowly but surely building up this character. All right, this one is good, but it's not a close up. And besides, that red shirt is not so cool. I'm gonna probably change the age to 20, and I'm gonna give it another shot. But just one more time. In the meantime, you can go to Canva and click on create a custom size project of 9 by 16, in which you can store the initial image of your character, because this image is basically going to be very necessary for you in order to create consistent images in the future. So now this is what I'm talking about. This is good. This is pretty good. I like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I expand the image size. Next, I would like to go to upscale this image in terms of quality. So I'm going to upscale the image quality. And now let me show you how you can turn this into a beautiful image for footage, or for Sora 2 to generate a cool reel, Instagram reel that you can post. Now, if we go, for example, to Google, successful AI influencers, there are some articles written about this. Like, for example, this is what an AI influencer is. Now, this one, in this case, they actually mentioned that this is an AI influencer, so they're not hiding it. Okay, they're not hiding it at all. And Emily Pellegrini, that's the name they gave her. And quite honestly, this looks really, really realistic. Now, but these guys are actually doing like that, kind of like the OnlyFans type of stuff, which is really not what I want to get into. Okay, so to be honest, that's not my thing. So it was created by this guy, and you can see that this guy is probably the only thing he's doing is making these types of videos. In my case, I don't want to earn my money like that. If I want to make like an AI influencer channel, it would be something about makeup, right? Women makeup. I think that is not so bad, right? It's actually even productive, because you can create some value for the ladies, giving them like some videos that they can watch about another fellow lady that's also applying some makeup, even though it's an AI generated video, but at least it's a different way to make money. Now here, this is like the initial picture. So I'm going to say picture 0. I'm going to call this picture 0. And I'm going to go and download this particular picture. You can see I didn't edit the filters or anything. So right now I'm going to go to a new chat. I'm going to activate the pro version, click on create an image, and then I'm going to drag and drop picture 0 right here. Assuming, for instance, that I want to create like a picture of her applying some makeup, I want to say create a 9 by 16 applying some makeup to her face in a close-up front view HD tutorial. She still is just getting started. Change the background to look like a fancy room with some cool neon lighting. Okay, so right now it will proceed on to generate the image for us. And now, of course, you can do this about makeup. You can like make a video of her kind of driving her car. You can make like an image of her kind of in a coffee shop, multiple shots. This is how I would do an AI influencer if I would. But I'm not into that kind of stuff, that kind of OnlyFans type stuff. All right, so here, this is good, but I don't know about the mirror. I'm going to say no mirror. Just her looking directly at the camera while applying the makeup. Come on. She only has a brush in her hand. Okay, now here again, I'd like to copy paste the image again as a reference, just so it doesn't forget. Now this image though is also pretty good. Okay, so it's not bad, but I think we should be doing a close-up image. What I envision,
Finally, a touch of
something like
highlighter on the
this.
top.
And the cool thing about Gemini is that it can guarantee creating consistent images for you. So over time, you can create really consistent images of her doing multiple activities. Like we can do like a session of her at the gym. We can do a bunch of things, and I'm also gonna show you like how to. Now the mirror, the mirror. Okay, I'm gonna find a way to remove that. But like I said, I'm gonna show you a way on how to remove the Sora 2 watermark. When Gemini goes wrong, it just goes wrong. Okay, it just wouldn't budge. So I'm gonna have to be forced to start a new chat, create an image, pro, paste, and paste again. So I'm gonna paste the combined two prompts from the previous chat, because I kept saying no mirror, but it still shows the mirror, which is kind of horrendous. It's almost as you don't do this, and it does exactly that which you tell it not to do. I don't know what's wrong with these tools, but ChatGPT does it, and Gemini does it as well. That's crazy. Okay, so that kind of forced me to start a new chat, but in any case, I think in good spirits we can continue the process. Now, this is exactly what I wanted to do. All right, so now assuming that you want to like generate a scene from this, you could copy the video or the image, and you could go back to like for example here to Sora 2, and you could paste the image. I'm gonna go for 15 seconds, portrait style, and I'm gonna say ASMR makeup, fast forward, gothic makeup, K-pop style. Okay, I'm gonna let it work on that. Now it might just reject this. Okay, so that's why you might wanna maybe go and try other things. So right now I'm gonna show you how you can generate like some images of this character doing other activities. So here, by the way, you can make your post like 2x3 if you don't want the 9x16. So here I'm going to say generate a 9x16 image of the character attached, training at the gym, lifting some low weight dumbbells for biceps, or for a bicep workout. It's a front angle close up shot. She's wearing Under Armour gear, and the dumbbells are pink and glossy. There are pink dumbbells for ladies. Now over here, it seems like Sora is kind of working on that. Now, if Sora kind of rejects generating videos for you, then know that there are other alternatives. There's Grok for the most part, and there's also Kling AI. Okay. For example, if I were to take Grok, I could use this very image. I could paste this into Grok, and I could just give it a prompt, like for example, saying fast forward, ASMR, gothic makeup, Instagram reel. No, actually, I'm not going to add the no music part. Probably is going to say no voiceover. I don't want any voiceover here. Okay. All right, so I can click submit, in which case it's going to start working on that. But my hope is that Sora does the job, because it will do it better than any tool. Okay. And just as for the sake of the example, these are AI ASMR scenes that I. Now, let me just go back here, go back to the creation part. Now, I think Grok will probably have already finished generating the scene. It usually doesn't take that much for Grok to generate a scene. And I want you to watch Grok's own version. So this is Grok's version of it. Okay. Right. So as you can see, it's not so bad. Now let's go back to okay, let's go back to where. All right, come on, Grok. Go back to Gemini, because I think that image of ours is here. All right, so as you can see, this is the image of her training in the gym. So I will copy this exact same image, go to Sora, I'll paste the image, and I'll say working hard tutorial, or Instagram tutorial at the gym. Okay. And I'm going to let that, let it work on that as well. Again, if you want to like animate this using another tool, you can use Grok, for instance. All you have to do is to copy the image, go to Imagine, paste the image, and you could just like add anything you want to say. Okay. So let's say, for example, this is a promotion for Under Armour. You can say promotional gym advertisement for the brand under armor. No, actually, I'm not going to say anything about no music or no voiceover. I'm actually just going to let it start working on that. In the meantime, I'd like to go back to see if Sora has generated the scene. I hope that it does, because for the most part, it will reject a lot of things now due to some policy changes that they've been adding, which is kind of horrible. I hope that they just kind of look the other to the other side and see that they're kind of chasing people away. It almost gets more difficult day by day to use Sora 2 because of how many policy restrictions there are. But it seems like this one is about to get generated. I think so. With these, probably with the makeup images, there's not a big issue. I think. I hope so, at least. But up until now, it's probably the case. It might be that in the future they might actually make it difficult. Now over here, this is
Light, fluffy
the
powder.
video. Let me just pause it for a second. I'm not gonna watch it like this. I'm gonna post my video and then I'm gonna go to my videos here. I should be able to find my posted video. Let me refresh because I can't see it. So there it is. I'm gonna click on my video and then
Light, fluffy
I should like
powder.
to click on share
Swirled,
because
tap
that gives
off.
me a link. And then in order to turn that into like a video with no watermark, I usually use this software. It's called Bilo. And basically, I'm going to paste in that URL. If I submit, it's basically just going to remove the watermark off of the video. And then you will have a video with no
Light,
watermark.
fluffy
So
powder.
let's watch this.
Swirled, tap off. Soft smoke underneath. Blend, blend. Plum in the crease. Silver on the lid. Wing sharp and sleek. Deep
This is good.
plumless.
Okay, this
Lock
is
it on.
absolutely,
Mist, toxic
absolutely
yet
great.
soft.
Now,
K-pop
it's
image
not a
ready to
perfect,
slay.
it's not a perfect makeup scene. I mean, she kind of is horrible at it, but you can give it another shot. You can give Sora 2 another shot at this, or you can improve your prompts. Bottom line is that it does the trick. Now, here is that other video with Grok, you know, assuming that, for example, you want to maybe do a video like that. Now, how about if you want to do something else? Like, I'm going to say she is driving a Bugatti, like Andrew Tate would say, what color is your Bugatti? Okay, generate a 9 by 16 image of her driving or inside the Bugatti, giving her opinion, and she must be in full makeup, gothic style. Okay, all right. So now it's gonna start working on that other scene. Of course, I'm not going to stay here forever because, to be honest with you, this subject is really not my passion. Okay, so I'm not a huge passionate guy about creating, AI influencer profiles of the ladies. I'd like to do things that are more related to my passions. But if this is something you aspire to do, then you have no one better to learn this from than me. Now, here, as you can see, well, this is not bad, but I'm going to say she is alone in the car. Capture the perfect angle with a clear focus at her face or on her face while she looks happy. Okay. In the meantime, I'm just gonna let it generate that image, and I think that I shall just end this video once I get that scene here, the second scene, like of her training using other armor. Now, usually with Instagram, in order not to burn your profile, you would first of all need to disclose that this is an AI generated character. Second, you would need to do some things such as posting, but not posting way too much. Okay. So post every once in a while, not always. Okay. Do not post all the time. Post once a day, for example, once a day, a reel, once a day is not going to harm. Now, here you can see her inside the car. If you want like a video of her driving the Bugatti, you can do it. Now, I'm going to go back to Sora here because I just want to see that last scene, and that's that. I could do like an image of her in the coffee shop, image of her in multiple places, but you get the idea, okay? Image of her working out, so on and so forth. So this is her image kind of
Let's
working out
crush
in the
this
gym.
full body dumbbell routine. Start with reverse lunge curls, 12 each side. Right into overhead presses for those shoulders. Drop to the floor for renegade rows, keep the core tight. Then we finish with a 40-second bridge post burnout to light up the glutes.
If you want,
Every
you
rep
can
makes you
follow your
stronger.
Instagram that.
Let's crush this full
But you can
body
see how
dumbbell
crazy
routine.
this is, right? So that's it. That's it for this tutorial. I think I've delivered some value here. And if you liked it, then make sure to make a sign. And if you have any questions, make sure that you message me directly. I'll make sure that I answer every question you have. And wishing you the best as always. Passive Income Gen Z signing out. See you in the next one.